Hi Sagittarius, this is your August 29th through September 4th weekly tarot reading. I do 5 separate spreads in my weekly readings. Well, I have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll do an X spread. We'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances, and we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week. We have death, we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Chariot, we have the Six of Swords clarified by the Queen of Wands. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups, and we also have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, or another Sagittarius. We also have water, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, right? Or any zodiac sign. This is a general reading. I like this. There is balance here. We'll talk about that death card in just a second, but what I notice here, we have two aces, right? The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, right? We have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right, and that Four of Wands, there's also some kind of a balance established, right? Two wands on the left and two wands on the right. Right, we've got every single element on the table. We've got swords, cups, pentacles, and wands. And most importantly, we have the Queen and the King of Wands, right? You can assign the roles as you wish. You can be the King or the Queen of Wands. But for the reading's sake, I'll assume you're the Queen of Wands, right? So the King of Wands, the card in the middle of the potential outcome, is the person coming into your life. It could be a fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, or another Sagittarius. Or you guys make a great partners in crime couple. Whenever the King and the Queen of Wands come out in the same spread, I usually call it the partners in crime couple, right? Hopefully not literally. What that usually means is that you guys are definitely on the same page. You guys have similar interests, same goals. You finish each other's sentences. They could be another fire sign and a partner in crime at the same time. You know, you guys make a great couple, a perfect match. The first card that came out, Death. Death is the personal Scorpio card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. But Death, it could be a decision to end something in order for the two of you to be together. It could be you making that decision or them. Some of you could be already involved with somebody else, and you could be making a decision to get out of that relationship. And I'm not judging you. By the way, this is a new love reading, not a singles reading. There's a difference. You could be single, but you don't have to be. Again, no judging, right? That could be some kind of a transformation, right? Not necessarily one of you leaving something or someone, but perhaps for the two of you to be together, one of you has to transform or transition in some shape or form. But it's going to be worth it. Really, really worth it, right? For some of you, perhaps you never thought that you would be together with someone like this person. They could be from a different background, different country, different this, different that. But we're not the same when we fall in love. So perhaps, I'm not saying you're sacrificing or they're sacrificing anything, but you'll understand that in order for the two of you to be together, something's gotta go, right? Or something's gotta transition, something's gotta transform. For others of you, death is simply transformation of your life. When you don't have to sacrifice or let anything go, but with the death card, your life is not going to be the same, right? Perhaps you were super single and you're like, oh, I'll never, ever, ever get into a relationship or marry anybody. But again, when this person shows up, you will change your mind, or they will change your mind, right? There is also, you see how there is a sunrise on the right side of the death card? Sunrise is that transformation. Sunrise symbolizes a new day, a new chapter, a new era of your life, right? And right next to the death card, we have the Ace of Swords clarified by the Chariot. So this is a decision to move forward, right? The Ace of Swords is a very straightforward, very direct conversation that the two of you will have. Nobody's going to be playing around or fooling around. You'll know exactly what to expect. With the Ace of Swords, you'll make it crystal clear to each other that yes, you guys are moving forward. If you have to let something or someone go, you're doing that. If you have to transition, transform in some way, that's what's happening here with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is like a decision, a final decision once this is done, and there is no going back. Right, the Chariot clarifying the Ace of Swords is one of the fastest cards in the deck. It's a card of a victory, success. It's a card of a new beginning. It's a card of moving forward and not looking back. Right, then speaking of not looking back, the Six of Swords, the next card over, you see it's partially blocked by you, the Queen of Wands. But in the Six of Swords, yeah, that person turned their back to the past and they're moving towards the future together. The Six of Swords is a card of, moving out of choppy waters towards calmer waters. This is a card of an improvement. I'm not saying your life is terrible right now, but, as I always say, we're in each other's lives to make each other's lives better, because otherwise, what's the point? Right? So yeah, your life will definitely get better. In the potential outcome, we have the Ace of Pentacles with that King of Wands and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is genuine, authentic love. The Knight of Cups is often called the Knight in a shining armor. It's the most romantic knight out of all 4 knights. You could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But the King of Wands, like I said, is the person you're dealing with. To the left from the King of Wands is the Ace of Pentacles. This card often comes through as a proposal. This is the second ace. I like how they're spread out, I guess. We have one ace on the left and another ace on the right in the potential outcome. The Ace of Pentacles always comes from somebody who is ready to settle down, ready to get serious, ready to start a family, right? And the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, I already briefly mentioned it. It's one of the commitment and marriage cards. It really is. Some people call it the 11-11 card. To me personally, it always reminds me of an actual wedding or some kind of a celebration, but ultimately it is a commitment and marriage card. Every single element on the table. I really like how we have the King and the Queen of Wands. We got two aces here, but the commitment and marriage card is the Four of Wands, not any other card, but the Four of Wands. So you're still staying true to your element, fire, right? So I'm not even gonna do an extended for you, Sagittarius, because you've got all the ingredients for a very successful, beautiful commitment, right? It's just that Death card. It will play out differently for all of you depending on your situation, but from that point on, it's smooth sailing. This looks solid, with that Ace of Pentacles, with the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. Both of you know what you're doing with that Ace of Swords in the chart. Both of you are 100% on the same page. Really happy for you, Sagittarius. Congratulations. Sagittarius, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Two of Swords, the Three of Wands clarified by Justice, and we also have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. To be or not to be, that is literally what the spread is about, and that is the question. That is what's going to be on your mind or your person's minds or both of your minds. Both the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords are talking about the same thing, right? This is a card of, both of them are cards of a choice or a decision that you will have to make. I don't see it as anything bad or critical. It's just that this is the main thing, main theme that you will have to deal with. You could be, thinking about purchasing a house, and you're looking at 2 or 3 different houses, or 2 of different apartments, 2 washing machines. Perhaps you want to take a class together, and you're looking at all your options. Right? The Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck is a card of a commitment and marriage. So I think nothing is in jeopardy. I don't think your connection, your marriage or your commitment is in any trouble here, because the Ten of Cups is here. Perhaps that's what you're thinking about, whether you want to move in together this week or not, or take it to the next level, right? Whatever that level is for you. And the decision will be reached. Right? We have the Three of Wands, the last card that came out. It's kind of symbolic that we have the Two of Wands and it's followed up by the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is my card of somebody who made up their mind, somebody who made a decision. Justice, clarifying it, is the personal Libra card. You could be dealing with a Libra. Or Justice is a verdict. Right? For some of you, you could be waiting for, say you want to renovate your house. Right, and perhaps in your county or your city, you have to file for a permit, and you filed for it. And perhaps the Two of Wands with the Two of Swords. This is somebody at the government organization trying to decide whether they want to give it to you or not. And with the Three of Wands, I think it's going to go in your favor. Right? You could be suing a neighbor, I don't know, or suing somebody. I don't think you're suing each other because of the Ten of Cups. Right, so either way, the Three of Wands with Justice, a decision will be reached, there will be a verdict, there will be a choice made, And from that point on, you can move forward, you can proceed with whatever it is you were choosing, or deciding to do, or thinking about doing. Alright? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Sagittarius, this week. Keep in mind, it could be somebody from a couple of months ago, a year ago, or a couple of years ago, so it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups. We have Judgment. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Temperance on the bottom of the deck. I think this is a reconciliation, Sagittarius, between you and this King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or somebody with a lot of Earth in their chart. If they're not an Earth sign, they could also be somebody who is grounded, somebody who is wealthy or working for a financial institution, or it could be an entrepreneur. The Five of Cups clarifying the King of Pentacles, that card has always to do with the past. This is a card of thinking about the past, grieving, regretting the past, right? And the Two of Cups also clarifying that is a card of a soulmate connection, right? So perhaps this time apart made them realize just how much they miss you, how much they love you, and you know, here they come. We got Judgment right next to the King of Pentacles. This is a card of somebody coming back from the past, trying to resurrect this connection. Ten of Pentacles right next to the deck is a card of commitment or marriage. You know, Sagittarius. This Temperance card on the bottom of the deck, that is your major arcana card. But if we want to stay general, then Temperance is also a card of healing, getting back together, reconciling, burying the hatchet, and all that type of stuff. But, I did not clarify any further. Because since the Ten of Pentacles was the last card that came out, I think you guys are going to give it another go. Alright? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances. Sagittarius, this week we have the Star, Temperance, the Emperor, and the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries or any zodiac sign. As a matter of fact, the zodiac sign has nothing to do with this, I think. This is such a great spread that I did not even want to clarify anything. This is a wish come true spread that has to do with your work, business, and finances, right? Whatever that means in your case, right? The Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck is a card of work, business, and finances. Temperance in the middle is your major arcana card. The Star to the left is a card of a wish come true, and this is something usually people wish for or hope for a very long time. And the Emperor to the right from Temperance, when it comes to work, business, and finances, the Emperor is a figure of authority, a boss figure, right? So perhaps you are being promoted. If you're starting a new job, it could be on the next level up, right? Or the Emperor could be your boss granting you a wish. They could also be promoting you, right? Or they could be giving you a raise, or they could be doing something for you that you always wanted with the Star card. But I think for most of you, you're the one who is becoming the boss, the Emperor, right? There's three major arcana cards on the table, three. Every single card that came out before I flipped the deck over were all major arcana cards, and one of them is your personal major arcana card. So something big is happening this week. Some kind of a wish is definitely being granted. Alright? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen, Sagittarius, this week. We have the Two of Pentacles, clarified by the Six of Swords. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And we also have the Moon on the bottom of the deck. I think it's all about you. Well, perhaps other people or a person could be involved here, but I think what you're not expecting is to face some kind of a choice, right? And you're gonna go ahead with it. After careful consideration, you'll decide to move forward. As a matter of fact, you'll get all excited about it, right? The Moon on the bottom of the deck all the way to your right, you could be dealing with a Pisces with that Moon card, but the Moon could be a card of something hidden, something you're not aware of, and perhaps that's what you're not expecting. This is just the element of unexpectancy, right? And we have the Two of Pentacles, the first card that came out. I think this is you facing some kind of a choice. This is you weighing all pros and cons. Perhaps you're deciding between two options, or you're deciding whether you want to move forward or not, or you're deciding on the best approach, right, or best way to take action, or best way to tackle something. And you will figure it out, right? Because the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Swords. This is you deciding to move forward. And with the Knight of Wands, this is, I think, you, right? This is a fire sign indicator. This is you getting all fired up, all excited, all passionate about it, and you're deciding to conquer, you're deciding to attack something. Well, hopefully not literally, but yeah, you're just gonna, move forward with it and get the show on the road. The Ten of Pentacles right next to the dead. It could be related to your family or real estate, because the Ten of Pentacles could be a real estate or a family or a commitment card. Or the Ten of Pentacles could be about finances, because Ten of Pentacles could be also a financial abundance card. So perhaps this whole spread is about an offer you're facing, right? Or perhaps you're already working on something and all of a sudden you come to a crossroads, and the choice you're going to make is going to be the correct one that leads to financial abundance, right? So something along those lines. So take your time. I don't see you being rushed into anything, right? The Two of Pentacles and the Six of Swords are not really fast energies. But once you've made up the mind, once you've decided on this, it's going to be a fast forward moving energy with the Nine of Wands. But again, I think this is something you're doing here. All right? So yeah, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Sagittarius, have an amazing